reviews are difficult. I mean, obviously, my opinion of it is, and they've told me it's kind of like they broke the contract and they took it into their own hands. They're on the other side. They go through counseling. They're very sorry, especially when they see the life review and they see the aftermath of what they've caused. But they were done. They couldn't take it anymore. And, I mean, I believe we have this spirit body that comes into a physical body that's a machine, and there's times when they clash. You know, you've got a high vibrational spirit and a low vibrational body, and they clash, and it really can cause chemical imbalances. And sometimes it gets to the extreme where it puts them into a suicidal position.
Sam, thanks for the call. You know, Marissa, I don't believe in coincidences. I happen to think that fate, or call it whatever you want, arranges things. Things happen for a reason. You know, yeah, once in a while there's luck involved here, but things happen for a reason. Are you a believer in that?
I don't believe that our life is pre-written. I don't believe that we, you know, from the moment we're born to the moment we die, every single moment was pre-written. I believe that there are certain areas in our life, we come here with a theme or something that we have to learn, or, you know, something that we're really focused on in this life. But we also have free will. If you jump in front of a bus, you're going to get squashed. Okay, so there is, and we all influence everyone else's life. But, so in other words, yes, we absolutely, there are no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason, but it doesn't happen because it was all planned.
Do you find yourself to be very spiritual?
Very spiritual. Believe me, I am like a totally changed person from what I was before.
And was it because of these experiences?
It was. I am a total skeptic, and for me to, I call it interviewing so many spirits from the other side, and then to get some incredible validation from people I've never met to prove to myself that I was even able to do this, has made it where I have changed my beliefs to so an extreme that it's amazing. And I was always searching for the answers, even as a kid, but this has really been amazing. And I'm absolutely spiritual.
Let's go to Idaho. Joe, west of the Rockies. Hey, Joe.
Hi, George, Marissa. I'm a retired policeman.
Okay.
And I haven't had things like this happen to me where I get something that comes into my mind like this for 30 years. After I heard you, I was just laying down, getting ready to go to sleep, and I got a voice, a woman's voice, telling me a little bit about that murder case. And I don't know. I went through pretty good trauma where I was in a coma last year, and I get some things like this every once in a while. So I don't know what it is, but what I got was a woman's voice. I got some images of a face of a man with who looked Italian or Middle Eastern with wavy hair. I see something that looks like Disneyland, Orange County, oranges, and courts justice. I don't know if that means anything to you.
Well, it does mean something to me. I know that one of the people involved was an attorney, and that it was absolutely near Disneyland, where she was from.
Okay, now I did get a name or a partial name. How much do you want me to say?
Well, I think you should do privately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Between each other, if you would.
Okay.
Can you get emailed on your website, marissaryan.com?
Absolutely, and I want to tell you, I have a lot of law enforcement officers that take my classes, and they are very, very psychic, very intuitive. So
the first time that happened to me, I was in a real bad auto accident, and I was in the hospital and pretty close to death. And some voices came to me from people that had died in a nursing home. And I won't tell you what city I was a policeman in, but it's between where, George, where you are in California, if you're there tonight.
Yeah, I am.
And Long Beach.
Okay.
I'll tell you, and it was 30 years ago. And I was able to persuade the detectives to open an investigation, and we ended up closing that nursing home.
Wow.
So it was, it just drove me crazy. They were all coming to me in my head, and I thought I was going nuts. I actually went to a psychiatrist before I went back on duty. And it went away for quite a while until I had a cardiac arrhythmia right after I retired, and I was in a coma for 3 weeks. And then I had a couple more incidents like this, so they did just tonight.
Well, great. You know what? You're doing it. That's what it's like. And it does, a lot of it, they will communicate with you through your thoughts. They will show you images in the center of your mind. You have like a pineal gland there, and they'll show you images there. They'll shoot them in movie form or still form, and you're doing it. So it's the biggest thing is people think that they're supposed to go out and do something with the information, and not always. Sometimes they just want to show you so that they can tell you that you can do this.
Marissa, why does it seem that trauma seems to induce some of these visualizations or communications?
I think when we go through a trauma, we literally slow. It's like that, getting that sudden awakening in our life of going, wow, let me put life into perspective. And when we do that, we slow down. And when we slow down and we get off autopilot in life, we actually become more aware. And we listen and our senses improve. And that's when we start seeing and hearing things. And I think there are thousands of people being awakened during the past 10, 15 years, usually around 30s and up. And it has to do with some changes that are going through in our world.
Let's go to Arkansas. Stan, take it away. Hi, Stan.
George, Marissa, thank you so much.
Sure thing.
Listen, Marissa, I've got a question. About 10 years ago, my father died, and it was a very weird, I was about 13 at the time. It was very weird, the incidents before he died, right during the death and afterwards. It was almost suspicious. Since he died, multiple times a week, if not every night a week, I'll have a dream, a very realistic dream involving my dad. And I'm wondering if these suspicions are just in the back of my head or if there's something to it.
Well, I feel like there's some circumstances of his death that you weren't told. You weren't informed on everything. And all I can tell you is I don't know. He's telling me, was he on medication or something? Because he's making me feel like he was very, very dizzy.
Yeah, actually,
like an overdose of something?
Well, no, nothing like that. He was supposed to have taken nitroglycerin pills for a heart condition. He had a rare disease that affected his heart, but I don't know. That may have been. He didn't. He ends up not, from what I was told, anyways, not taking it or not having been given it when everything went down.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like there's something that was almost accidental. There's something that he either took or didn't take, but there's something that I feel it could have been prevented. Okay. Right. But, I mean, not in a sense of, he would have known that. I mean, I feel like it could have been an accidental type of thing, and that maybe you weren't told everything about it. Is there
anything about it at all that would indicate that it was not an accident, anything at all?
You know what? You're going to need to spend time with me longer than this show to be able to go into it, because he has a lot to say.
Well, I've got my ears open. I'll be glad to contact you.
Yeah, and then are there lakes around where you lived? He's showing me a lake. Or it's a body of water, so I don't know where the water is, but has nothing to do with his death. He's just showing me. I'm asking him, what area is he from?
Okay, you're asking what area is he from?
I asked him what area he's from, and he showed me a lake. A lot of trees and a lake, or a body of water.
He did grow up on a farm, and there was a pond. We used to call it a lake as a joke, sort of. So, but yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to get a little validation there. But yeah, give me a call because you're going to need some time. This is a little investigative on his part.
Marissa's website is MarissaRyan, RYAN.com, linked up at coasttocoastam.com. You're also a believer that there is life beyond this planet?
Oh yes, I have personal experience there.
Do those spirits and souls get recycled?
You know what? Those spirits and souls are no different than our human spirits and souls.
It's all the same, isn't it?
It's all the same. I've had a spirit guide come to me for 3 years, and she was a beautiful blonde, and then all of a sudden she turned into, look like a gray with this alien head, and I was like, whoa, what is that? And it was interesting because it brought back something in my childhood that I had saw the same image as a child outside my window. So it was interesting, and absolutely, we have lots of them being reincarnated, which are starseed children. that have been coming in for the last 30 years.
Do we ever run out of souls, Marissa?
Never. Never.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, there's new ones coming all the time, and I pray for them.
And in our dreams, we have incredible things happen to us.
Amazing things, amazing communications happen in our dreams.
That's the way to do it. Marissa, thanks for being on the show with us this hour.
I had a great time. Thanks, George.
I appreciate it as well. Now, when we come right back, Robert Bivall joins us, the Egypt Code. We'll be right back on Coast to Coast AM.